Morning, everybody. It's 8:33, and this is your Wednesday morning, March 20th pre-opening comment. Okay, not no real market moving economic news today, but mortgage applications did fall by 1.6%. That's versus last week's up 7.1, and the apps for new purchases were down 1.2%, but the apps for refinance were down twice that, 2.5%. As far as the futures at 7:30, we were down 40, currently down 42. Um, for the Dow. For the Nasdaq, we were up 45. We're now up 32. And for the S&P, we were up 1 versus down 1. So nothing really overwhelming. We did have a bunch of earnings. General Mills with a beat on revenues and good guidance closed 68.63 last night. This morning has been as high as 71.60. Last is 70.70, and that's up $2.07. Bntx Bntx was a miss. Closed yesterday 94.12. This morning was down as low as 84.20, but has bounced back a little to 89.12. That's down $5. PDD. This is Pinduo, and you know that I don't really do anything with the Chinese stocks, but I will say this one I'm only mentioning because they have had such a major push into the U.S. markets with Temu, that site that gives you 97% off. They beat, the stock had closed 127.68, got as high as 150. Last is 149.03. That's up 21.52 or 17%. Signet Jewelers was a miss on revenue, even though it was a slight beat on earnings, on increases now that COVID is over, on increases in engagements and rings and etc. Closed 102.46 yesterday, got as low as 93 this morning. Last is 95. That's still down $7.46 or 7%. Okay, away from the earnings, but in the news, Chipotle, a 50 for 1 split. So instead of having a $3,000 stock, we're going to have a $60 stock. And frankly, I don't see why it should be up 5.5% on that news, but it is. It is a high of 29.99, a last of 29.50, and that's up 152.44. Boeing cutting production on the 737, so they'll have less deliveries. The stock is a little bit lower. It's not overwhelming, but it is down. The last is 177.90. That's down 3.25. I just want to check and see if that is a new recent low, and yes, it is. The low on the day today so far is 173.01. So down here at 177.80, down 334. That's 1.8%, but it has improved by $4 off that low. Intel getting an award of $8.5 billion from the Chips and Science Act. If you recall, they haven't actually been given the money that they were going to be given before. The stock is currently 43.15, up $1.10 or 2.6%. Okay, the chart on the screen is the oil, and this is the first little pullback we've had in a week. it is 81.48. That's down $1.25. In other markets, we have the grains doing not very much of anything. In the energy, as I said, we're down 1.25 there. Heating oil is down 6.5 cents. Gasoline is down 4.25 cents. And nat gas is sharply unchanged. Let's see what else we have here in the metals. Gold is down 280. Silver, which we're short, is down about 11.5 cents, just right above that $25 level at 25.02. Copper has come down pretty dramatically in the last couple of days. I'll give you a look at that so that we can see. 1 second. I'll pull that back up. Copper. Okay. After the big breakout last week, we were as high as 416 and a half. 2 days ago, we came down yesterday, down 5.5, and this morning we're down another 3.5 cents. So we're coming back to that point to breakout. It wouldn't surprise me to see it hang around $4 for a couple of days and consolidate that gain there. Okay, cotton down, coffee down, sugar down. The S&P, as I mentioned, basically unchanged. Up a little in the Nasdaq, down a little in the Dow. The dollar is up 27 cents at 103.75, and Bitcoin is down about 375. Ethereum down $4, and the bonds are up 5/32, or just about an eighth of a point. This afternoon, after the close, we have KB Homes, Five Below, Micron, Chewy, Guess, and an old favorite that hasn't done anything except deteriorate, BlackBerry. All right, folks, I'll be back later.